Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Gift of the Gab, episode 21. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing great. Happy lockdown number 2.
Is it happy?
Well, I'm happy. Nothing's changed for me.
The same here, pretty much. Still working from home.
Yeah, you get to work from home, and I guess I'm an essential worker.
I guess.
Yeah, so I'm going in. Nothing at all has changed for me whatsoever.
Looks like same for the both of us.
Yeah, but do you think outside looks different?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think there's less people outside?
Yeah, there is slightly less
Do you
people.
think?
Yeah.
I think that because lockdown happened on Thursday, I think that Thursday looked absolutely same. Friday morning, like driving to work, looked a little bit quieter, but Friday afternoon looked same.
For me and where I went, it looked slightly quieter, but it's because most of the shops were closed.
Yeah.
So there wasn't.
Where are people going?
Yeah, there wasn't many places for people to congregate.
Yeah. Do you feel like people are going to take it serious?
No.
Are taking it serious?
It's maybe the majority. There's gonna be probably more people not taking it serious than last time because more people are fed up.
Yeah. I feel like there are like a lot of young people like not taking it serious now, especially because they've kind of come to the understanding that they won't be affected as like the likelihood of them,
Having a severe case.
ended up in hospital and whatnot is slim, and so they're like, we're not sick, protect the vulnerable and let us be free. But yeah, I feel like in this day and age everyone's like has a selfish mindset.
Well, you're probably right.
And so I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
I'm letting you lead us then.
but yeah, I don't know. I'm not going out. But where is there to go? So
There isn't many places to go apart from shops for
food.
Yeah, and they boarded up like non-essential stuff. Well, no, they haven't.
They haven't.
In Wales, they have.
Yeah.
Sorry, in Wales they have. Yeah, lockdown number 2.
Yeah.
I hope it's going well for you too, wherever you are.
I see that some people went on holiday right before.
Well, that's their problem.
They're living life out there. They're like, we're not gonna do lockdown number 2. Let's go on holiday. I'm surprised people are letting them in.
Yeah, but when they come back, when they have to quarantine.
Yeah, but we're in quarantine anyways. It's not like.
Oh, I guess.
So if they were to go for a couple of days or 2 weeks, they would have to be at home anyways.
But are we even accepting flights back here?
That's what I was thinking. So I have Paige Cakey on Snapchat, and I believe yesterday she put out a snap to say her flights were cancelled, and she says she's not worried about it. I forget where she is though.
I heard that Ryanair aren't giving refunds for flights cancelled in November. You can only exchange your flight, but I guess the money's tight. These airlines, they were living paycheck to paycheck. 2 days weird. Into the pandemic, they were like, bail out, please.
It is weird that like so many companies, like big companies, I'm not talking small companies, big companies, like as soon as the lockdown was announced, they're like having trouble already. And it's just like, wow, like were you not, saving for a rainy day? This is definitely the rainy day, but a lot of companies wasn't saving for a rainy day. But we've had big things happening in the news this week.
What? Oh, yes, we have. I almost forgot. I almost forgot.
The biggest thing in the news this week was
Burger King.
Oh.
No, I'm joking. Yeah. What was big?
The US elections. Donald Trump versus Joe Biden.
Yes.
And it's going pretty well.
I've been tuned in. I was on holiday I guess infatuated with watching the results. I was up for a long time watching them.
I on Tuesday I like woke up in the night and I was like looking at all the stats and stuff, and I was like, oh no, like America has voted Trump in, because like everywhere was looking more red than it is now.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh no, they wanted 4 more years, and when I was reading comments on the Shade Room and the Shade Bar and stuff like that, like everyone was saying like, oh, we're so nervous, just tell us who's the next president. Fast forward to today and
oh, things are looking good. Trump is getting his butt whooped. Oh, and he is not taking it like a man. Oh, and I've been waiting for him to get his butt whooped. Yeah, he's not taking it like a man.
He's taking it like an obese turtle. That comes from
Anderson Cooper.
Yes.
Yeah, described him as an obese turtle flailing in the hot sun, realizing his time is over.
Wow. I couldn't have described it better, if I'm honest.
Oh, so many people have been speaking out against him. The mayor of Philadelphia said the president needs to put his big boy pants on and acknowledge the fact that he lost and congratulate the winner. And it's just, so if you don't know, if somehow you've been living under a rock, basically Trump told all his Republican voters, you need to vote in person, don't trust mail-in ballots. He spent a whole campaign going against mail-in ballots. And then Biden, obviously, because we're in a pandemic, said vote by mail-in. That way,
vote early, vote by mail.
That way, you don't have to go line up in the mail ballots. Your vote get recorded, whatnot. Come election day, they're counting the mail-in ballots. They're counting the in-person ballots first, and that makes Trump soar off into the lead.
Yeah.
However, later on, especially in the swing or the key states.
Before you say that, do you know, I think that Trump was thinking, yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was thinking,
because that's why he came up with the press conference in like 2:00 in the morning.
But I think although he was probably thinking yes, I'm not 100% sure that he knew he was going to win even before the election, because he was having, when you
no, I think he had some doubts.
Yeah, he was like, if I lose, I'll leave the country and stuff like that. I think he was doubting himself, and even the reason that he did what he did of having the swing states, those where they were Republican controlled, say actually you can't count the mail-in ballots till after election or after the polling has closed, was so that he could try and do what he's doing now.
Yeah.
And which is launch a bunch of lawsuits.
His team probably thought, it's going to be close. And so they need to do some,
delay tactics.
Yeah, foolishness.
Yeah.
To try and, I don't even know, win. No. But he's told his base that Biden is stealing the election. They were winning. If you, I think his words were, if you count the legal vote, he won. But when you start counting the illegal votes,
then they're stealing the election. Well, this is similar to the rhetoric we've heard from him throughout his presidency. I mean, he was the one saying if we stop testing, then coronavirus cases, we won't have any.
It is true.
So if we stop counting, then even the silly thing about him saying stop the count, and I think he realized and corrected it, because when he was saying stop the count, that if they stopped the count, Biden would have won.
Yeah.
And then he changed it to stop the steal or stop the fraud.
Yeah, I heard that his team had to sit him down like a little child and be like, stop having a tantrum. Do you realize that if you do the simple maths and they stop counting right now, you've lost? And so then he had to recant that and say, stop the fraud, or
and
whatever.
And you've got some of his voters in Arizona saying continue the count, because he was closing in a little bit, or he was actually closing in against Biden's lead, although it was still projected for Biden. And then you've got them you had them in Michigan and Wisconsin saying stop the count. And it was just like, you guys can't make your mind up. He literally called the election a fraud on the American people, and it's like, it's so ridiculous, especially not being from America or watching them. This is meant to be, America, land of the free, and like the people that go into other countries and try to enforce democracy in other places, and it's
You
just
couldn't even work it out on
poop.
land.
Yeah, it's a poop show right now. Watching their election and how their president is behaving.
No, it's true. He's having a tantrum. He's having a 3-year-old tantrum when they can't get the sweets that they want, like on national TV, like every day.
Yeah,
and
he's having a meltdown.
Twitter is having to fact check every tweet he sends out.
Yeah,
because every tweet that he sends out is a lie, and his base read it, and they're not going to fact check him. They're just going to take his tweet for word, and then that's it. So at the minute, Trump's team thinks Biden is stealing the election, and that's why
I think
Biden
in their heart of hearts they don't think that.
They do.
You think they think he's stealing it? I don't think in their heart of hearts.
Honestly, at this point, from what I'm looking at from the outside in, like all he needs to do is say it or tweet it, and they take that as word. They take it as Bible.
But you said Trump's team.
Oh, not team.
You meant his supporters.
Supporters.
Oh yeah, his supporters are silly. Well, let me not. They are easily influenced, or they're easily manipulated.
They're not so sensible.
Yeah,
as Cameron would say.
Exactly. But I think him himself and his team know that there isn't a widespread fraud as they're doing.
He knows.
I think when they even did a commission and a study looked into it after Trump and Trump put a commission together, and he had to disband it because they couldn't find any voter fraud.
Yeah.
But the study ruled that there was like only 0. I might be misquoting the amount of zeros, but 0.003% or 0.003% chance of fraud in the election, and it was just like. So even with these recounts, in 2016, Hillary lost in Wisconsin and asked for a recount because it was a tight margin, and the vote only changed by about 100 votes. Right now, Biden's ahead of him by thousands of votes in numerous states. Even the recount, I'm not sure will produce anything substantial.
Biden just needs one state to win.
He needs Pennsylvania. Really. We got it on the TV right now as we go ahead. It's been interesting to watch. It's been interesting to watch how, and it's sad to see how a lot of Republicans have stayed silent and not actually look. Some of them did come out and speak and say like, this is wrong. I'm not standing by the president. But majority of them, especially the leading Republicans, they haven't stayed silent. They've been supporting Trump.
Right now, they're going to keep as quiet as they can because it could sway their way. It could sway their way they're thinking, but I think most of them are jumping ships right now because they have to find new jobs.
What they needed to do is they needed to turn their backs on Trump and just be like, look, this guy is poisonous for this party, and basically we shouldn't have picked him, because they're forgetting that more than half the people who voted for Biden, and right now it seems that you're trying to take their vote away when they voted legally, and that would pee me off if I was over there.
Yeah, talking about votes, there were a lot of people who voted for Kanye West. Or other.
There were a lot of idiots who voted for Kanye West.
I can't believe that you wasted your vote on Kanye West. Did you see his
election picture? They had him as an unlocked character.
Yeah. Wasn't he other?
Like but I saw one picture where he had his name, but he didn't have a picture, and everyone else did.
I did see that actually. Yeah.
I don't know why they did him like that.
Because he wasn't important enough.
I guess not in a political race.
He sent out a tweet saying, "God is good. Today I'm voting for the first time in my life for the President of the United States. It's someone I truly trust. ... me."
I'm surprised he trusts himself. Do you think Kim voted for Kanye?
No, I don't think she did.
I don't think she did.
I don't think she did, because she even she's been posting count every vote, and she liked someone, another celebrity's photo, and they disclosed who they were voting, and she liked it.
Kanye is lucky he didn't have a great effect in this election, because if he was the reason that like Biden lost, and it came down to a state where he had just stolen votes that would have probably gone to Biden.
But I just
not stolen, but like
don't understand the idea of
won over.
Going there, waiting in the line like hours and then voting for Kanye West.
It's because they feel they can't trust Biden, and
so you can trust Kanye West.
Well, they seem to, some of them like his music more than his antics. Then they dislike his antics.
Kanye West is, anyways. Let's not even.
Yeah.
Let me not even go in there.
Yeah, we'll leave him in the.
But yeah, I did want to mention that during one of Trump's rallies, he brought out the rapper Lil Pump, who sang Gucci Gang. So Trump said his name wrong, Lil Pimp.
Yep, he did. He called him Lil Pimp.
And I don't think I would have come up on stage, would you?
Well, I wouldn't have come out to any Trump rally, to be honest.
And then he endorsed him and said like how much of a wonderful job he's doing and whatnot.
Yeah, he's 20. He's misguided and lost.
Well, I swear, let me tell you a little story time. Story time. So, I used to go swimming in year 3, and this woman used to call me Tyre every week. Like I just have like a vague picture in my head of her holding the door open for everyone, and she's like, "Oh, in you come, Tyre." And like every week, I used to tell her, "Miss, my name's Tia, not Tyre." Like I just don't understand how she used to get it wrong. It's 3 letters, TIA. Like, how do you get Tyre? And I tell you every week.
Maybe she was just trying to take the pee.
I think so. She realised that it was annoying me, and so she just continued doing it.
Or maybe she has someone was spelt Tia that is called Tyre in her life.
Maybe, but I hated it. But anyways, I say all of that to say that I wouldn't have answered or even come up on stage if you had got my name wrong like that. I'm sorry. I'm not doing it.
So if you were there and Obama got your name wrong, you would have hit.
No, he didn't even get his name wrong
that's not what I asked. I asked you, if Obama, you would have sat there and you lying.
Or
you would have come out and be like,
okay, let me tell the truth, shame the devil. Like, at least I would have come up on stage and corrected him straight away.
Do you know what I think you would have done?
What?
You would have walked on stage like Lil Pump if it was Obama and done nothing.
I don't think so. I don't think
you would. I don't think you would have been like, oh, should I correct the president on the?
And it's not even like they just pronounced it like incorrectly kind of thing.
Nah, I don't think you would have corrected.
I would have.
Are you sure?
I have corrected people on my name before.
Yeah, but it's the environment. It's a high stakes environment.
But he didn't even get his name wrong once. It was twice.
No, but still, maybe. I guess sorry. If you say you would have. If someone gets my name,
so if someone gets your name wrong, you're just gonna just.
I didn't say I wouldn't have corrected him.
But to be fair, Ariana Grande's name is not Ariana or Grande. Like both. Like we're saying both of it wrong.
Wait, where do you bring her from?
Because people say her name wrong.
What is her name?
I've forgotten how you pronounce it, but it's not.
Really?
Yeah.
But I thought I've heard her say her name like that.
She says she says her name like that because everyone says her name.
Well,
like that.
No.
But she's like in an interview she said how you're meant to say it.
But that's her own fault. Once I hear it from you, that's how it's said.
I know.
Whether it's said differently and it's meant to be said Ariana Grande.
In her first couple of years, she would correct everyone, but it was more people saying her name wrong than it was saying it right. So she was just like, forget it.
Never concede. Always.
Yeah.
Always correct.
I did have a girl in my secondary school.
A ghetto?
A girl.
Oh, yeah?
I did have a girl in my secondary school whose name was Tasnim or Tasneem. I don't know which one. Can't remember.
So you don't know what the name was.
Like she waited, so I was with her from year 7. I was with her from year 7 to year 11, and she decided like halfway through year 11 is when she was going to correct me on how we're saying her name. And it's like...
Were you butchering it real bad?
No, I was saying, I can't remember which one was her name.
Was everyone saying it wrong or just you?
I don't know. Maybe it was just me.
Well, that's your own fault.
No, she didn't. She never corrected me.
No, but if you've heard other people say, like, I've been in a situation where...
It's just Tasnim and Tasmin. It barely sounds any different.
It's different. It's just barely. TR and tire.
No, that's completely different.
But to her, it's like if you're hearing someone say something different to the person when they're calling her, you're gonna be like, "Well, yo, what's up?" That happened to me at uni at my master's. I think I was calling her Kellyanne, and her name was Carrie Ann.
Yeah.
And the first time I heard someone else call her Carrie Ann, and then she turned around, and I was like, have I been calling you wrong? And she said, yeah. That's the one that you say. She's like, and sometimes it happens. I said, I am so sorry. And I started calling her Carrie Ann.
I didn't hear the difference. But why you wait 4 years to tell me that there's a difference?
Yeah, that's maybe
that was the problem. You should have told me in year 7.
You should have, but you should have also been able to hear from other people. I think you heard and you chose to ignore.
No, Tasnim and Tasmin.
Yeah, that's different.
There's barely a difference.
Yeah, but there's a difference.
No, but there is a difference. Yes.
If I said something, if I said Tasnim and then I heard someone else call her Tasmin, I would be like, that's different to what I said.
But the thing is, I was
for 4 years, I wouldn't be that oblivious and not notice
but I was never looking for. It's such a subtle difference that I was just never looking for.
I think you would be in the minority.
You know now because
I've been in the same situation. I've described a different one, and I said when someone else said it different, I could tell the difference. Kellyanne and Carrie Ann is very similar.
Okay.
Is it not?
No.
Exactly.
But
you just want your sympathy because you got her name wrong for 4 years. She should have told you yes, but your ears should have also heard.
Well, my ears didn't hear.
Well,
so she should have corrected
you were both in the wrong, to be honest.
I wasn't in the wrong. I didn't know.
You were. You weren't paying attention to other people saying the name different. But she should have corrected you. This is true. This is true. I'll give you that.
She should have corrected me.
She should have. But back to the election. That was too quick on it. I've been watching too much election content to not get this off my chest.
Go on then.
What else have I got about the election? Well, it looks like he's projected to lose. Trump, that is. Whether he'll go out peacefully is out of the question.
He's never going to go out peacefully.
The CNN reporter Jim Acosta, when he did his White House press briefing once again, stating there's been election fraud with no evidence, must I state, and he's launched all these legal campaigns in these different states. When he was leaving the room, Jim Acosta asked him, "Are you a sore loser?" he didn't answer.
Really?
Yeah. You know when like they stop the press conference and then all the reporters try to squeeze in a question.
Yeah.
You just hear someone say, "Are you a sore loser?"
Oh God.
But yeah, that was pretty funny.
Imagine if he said yes.
He is.
I mean, everyone knows that he is.
I would have paid to see the look on his face when those states started to shift away from him.
Yeah. When they gave him, I'm sure like his team had to give him a briefing to say,
because he's just
Trump is going red.
He's just a big narcissistic, childlike adult.
Yeah.
And well, he deserves it. Even his supporters, when they were protesting outside, they were like shouting, and even it was trending, Sharpie Gate. Have you heard of that?
No.
So they were saying that when Republicans went to vote, they were issued with Sharpies.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be read properly by the machine.
Okay.
But first of all, there is no evidence of this. And I don't know how they would identify, maybe unless you got your big MAGA hat on.
Yeah.
That you're about to vote Republican, but not every Republican is a Trump supporter. So I don't know how they would identify them to give them Sharpies, but you know, they want to believe what they believe, and Trump, I think, retweeted it. But they were saying that, and secondly, like, even if the machine doesn't read it, it's still manually checked, but you can't tell them anything because once they got their narrative,
they just want to grab onto like an idea and run with it. But they want to have a reason why Trump didn't win, other than the fact that he didn't have enough votes.
They were saying someone from Trump's team or someone close to Trump's team spoke to a BBC reporter and said that Trump doesn't actually think, I don't know how true this is, Trump doesn't actually think that these things, or his team doesn't think that these like attempts to delay the election result or Joe Biden's presidency will actually be successful in court. They just feel that because of how he's been so far, they kind of owes it to his supporters to not go out without a fight.
Yeah.
Because it would have been out of character for Trump to lose and just be like, oh yeah, I tried my best.
But
We would have been surprised. It would have been out of character, but it would have been the correct thing to do.
Doesn't mean that
exactly.
It's bad.
It would have been the correct.
Out of character is good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would have been the correct thing to do, and it's been what past presidents have done. But for him, this seems totally within character.
Foreign.
No, I'm saying foreign. This is exactly how he's behaved. This is no different to how he's behaved.
No, I mean like the idea of him acting sensible.
That is
completely foreign to him.
Yeah,
he did. So last week we did talk about the platinum plan, and I was just about to say Ice Cube again.
That is his name.
Oh, okay.
You called him Ice Pack earlier.
And Ice Cube endorsing him, and
I should have let you call him Ice Pack and just let you continue it.
Yeah, Ice Cube endorsing Trump, because he's promoting the platinum plan, and
that's what the internet was saying. Yeah. He's endorsing Trump.
So Ice Cube put out a tweet which said, "Let me get this straight. I get the president of the United States to agree to put over $500 billion of capital in black communities without an endorsement, and N-words are mad at me. Have a nice life." What do you think?
I think it's similar to what I said last week, is that the revelation that he had the opportunity to speak with Kamala Harris on the live and he refused it. And also it's the fact that he actually thinks, well, yes, I understand whoever's in power, no matter which side it is, you're going to have to work to them so that the agenda of yourself and your community is fulfilled. I think the argument has been that, hey, what is this platinum plan? Like what are the specifics of it? And is it actually, the one that the whole black community agrees with? Obviously, you're not going to get everything that everyone agrees with. Black people aren't a monolith. So there's that. And the fact that I think it seems that has Trump ever kept his word?
This is true. He lies to his own base.
Like you got him to agree to this $500 billion deal. Meanwhile, he's struggling to get furlough payments out to everyone in America, and he's struggling to even lock down states so that they can, or he's struggling to even mandate face masks so that people can say, actually, let's reduce these cases, or even at least come out publicly and say these measures actually help reduce coronavirus. What makes you think he's going to suddenly turn around and be like, I had a good chat with Ice Cube. It turns out I'm going to give $500 billion.
Oh, yeah, and the timing was just so coincidental. Like, I really just think Ice Cube got played.
I understand the initiative. It's just that I'm honestly just looking at it. I don't think Trump would have stuck to his word. No. There's nothing to say he's stuck to his word before, but he does seem to work well with celebrities. I mean, when Kim K approached him to get, I think Cynthia Brown, who did she get out of prison? Not Cynthia Brown.
I've forgotten her name.
When she got that lady out of prison, it wasn't Cynthia Brown, I don't think. She's the one who got out of prison. No, I'm going on a tangent. Anyway, when Kim K approached him, he seemed to be more receptive to that. Maybe it's like when it's a celebrity, he's more receptive to it than an average member of the public or activist that he doesn't know the name of. But maybe that might have had a play, but I think it's a good intent, but it's also partly being delusional.
Yeah, I think that Ice Cube's heart was in the right place. It definitely was in the right place from what I see.
But he should have spoken to Kamala.
Yeah, I think so. I think he should have.
Because look what's happened now. It's not sides. Trump that's going to be in office.
Yeah, and I don't understand what he thought he was gonna do in the event that Trump wouldn't be in office? Because
that's
is there enough time to do it between now and before Biden?
Yeah, $500 billion. I'm pretty sure that plan would have to get passed through the Senate or however that works, and they still have control. I don't see the Senate giving $500 billion.
Yeah, so like, did he look at the logistics of it? Like, I don't think he did.
I understood when he said at the beginning he reached out to both teams, and Trump's team was willing to talk. But then when it later came out that actually Kamala Harris set up this thing and invited you to participate and you refused, that doesn't make it seem good either. So I still stand the same that, well, the reason they're mad at you is because you clearly didn't take the opportunity to speak to both sides about it.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah, and it also seems that Trump is just stringing you along.
And you got.
Yeah,
But yes, it's time for the time where.
No, what I was gonna say is, go on. Oh, I was gonna say there's even stranger things happening this week. Did you see Burger King UK tweet to go and shop at McDonald's?
Why did you have to say it in slow motion?
For dramatic effect.
Well, I guess our listeners can tell us if they got the dramatic effect.
But yeah, Burger King tweeted to go order from McDonald's, and Pizza Hut, Domino's, Five Guys, Greg's, Taco Bell, and all these other restaurants. I didn't see them tweet to go and shop at. Okay, they said in any other independent food outlets. But yeah. So, we're in strange times. I never thought I'd see a fast food restaurant, repping the other one's colours.
Well, we're in a lockdown too, and fast food restaurants are struggling a lot.
But to be honest, Burger King needs to be saying, you need to come and shop here, because I ain't seen their shops full for a long time.
But I think what they meant here was like,
yeah, I know what they meant.
To endorse someone else, maybe people would come to them as well.
It was a sympathy play.
We'll go to Burger King.
They were trying to string on the emotions. They need to increase foot traffic at their store, because I haven't been there in a long time. Apart from their chicken royale, that thing's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else has been happening for us? You wanted to hit us with the...
So now it's time for the part where we give you some bad advice. Well, I give good advice, and then Ben gives...
I give honest advice. It's time for us to... Don't listen to her. It's time for us to respond to your dilemmas. I answer as honestly and truthfully as I possibly can. He told me up front that he had a fiance, but things weren't working out. I worked hard to compete with her, bought him fits, co-signed a truck, and I was winning. His mom revealed that there is no fiance. She never existed. He was using me. I really like this man. Keep dating him?
You played yourself. Just like Ice Cube did, you played yourself. He had a fiance. So what happened here, right? You guys probably went on a few dates, and then he wanted to get rid of you, so he confessed, oh, I have a fiance, thinking that you would be like, okay, no, bye. Instead, you did the opposite, and you started showing out, buying him stuff and whatever, and he's thinking, wow, is that all I need to do? And now I get someone who buys me stuff and does all this extra stuff? Like, you played yourself. Who goes for a married man anyways, or a soon to be married man? You're a homewrecker.
I would like to give you advice, because you messaged in to 6 Brown Chicks. Thank you, courtesy for the question, and you were looking for comfort, advice, a warm, loving home to hear your problems, and I'm here to do that. I'm not going to judge you. I think you were misled. But you saw something, and you're a goal-getter, and you said, I want to get it. And there's no shame in that. There's no shame in striving. There's no shame in striving for what you want to achieve. And sometimes you get burnt along the way, and you have to look at this as a teaching experience and move on. But don't be ashamed of yourself. you almost did the right thing. But
Which was what?
Which was you decided to go out, but then you went out with a married man. That was where the wrong thing occurred.
That was all sarcasm. That was
all truth. Fact. I don't know any other word for truth or fact. Next question. I'm 7 months pregnant. I'm 29. My boyfriend, 33, confessed that because money is so tight, he thinks it's best that he moves out. We currently live with my parents. He got a female roommate. She posted that her soulmate is back home. He denies a relationship. Advice?
What? Wow.
Shall I hear it first?
Yeah.
All right. So to dissect this, you're both living at your parents' house and you're pregnant. First of all, I don't know how him moving out helps save the money, unless they're charging you extortionate rent. Yeah. Because I thought you would be living at your parents to save money.
Yeah.
But either that or you let the wall get pulled over your eyes, and good luck for you, because you stuck with him for the next 18 years because that kid. Even if you're not together. But it looks like he's in a relationship with a roommate. Sucks to suck. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you know what? Honestly, he probably convinced her that was the best thing to do. Mm-hmm. Like, in order to save money, probably what was happening is they were charging him rent.
Yeah.
Or they were charging them double rent or whatever. Because some families do that. So him moving out might have saved them a little bit of money, but he probably, exaggerated so that he could go and live with his soulmate.
Are you sure you're not annoying? I mean, we all like to think that we're perfect human beings, but some of us are annoying, and maybe some people just need to escape from us, and just to be alone. And the soulmate thing, well, I don't know how to finagle that, but yeah, it's not looking good for you, is it? 2 months to go. At least you'll have a baby in 2 months. Just focus on that. You have a baby in 2 months. Be happy. If only if it was that easy.
Who's next? Go. All
right.
Go.
This one. The family whore, aka the aunt who slept with everyone's current or ex-husbands, was evicted and needs a place to stay. My ex-husband volunteered my former home. I don't want him, but I don't want her nasty ass in my old house either. How to legally stop this?
I don't know.
Well, first of all, is the ex-husband in her...
I'm guessing so. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing so. You can't unless your name is on the tenancy. Oh, no, it's not tenancy. It's on the house. I don't know if you can stop it.
No, I don't think you can legally stop it.
She's probably concerned that her ex-husband would end up sleeping with her aunt. But
it's her former home, so she doesn't even have any...
Yeah. No, I think her worry is that they'll end up sleeping together. They'll end up getting together because she's a bit of a hoe.
Well, it's your ex-husband, so take two birds out with one stone. What's that saying? Then you don't have to worry about both of them. They can just be with each other and not annoy you. But I don't think there's much you can do about it legally. Now, how you can illegally stop it? You can roll out to her house and say it's not going to happen. But you asked how you can legally stop it, and I don't have much advice for that either.
Mhm.
No, and that's all the dilemmas. Is there anything else you wanted to hit us with?
No.
There isn't. Not a one.
Not a one.
Not a one thing.
What does that mean?
Not a one thing.
Is that your patwa?
Is that how you say it, patwa?
Yeah.
I thought it was like...
We're not French with the hands.
But because it ends with the OIS. You know how French words be ending with OIS? Oh, when is Trump going to lose? I've been hanging in here for 3 or 4 days now. Just waiting. Should we pretend he won on this podcast so that when we put it out, we can be like, he won? And we were the first to break it. I mean, not Trump, Biden. Guys, he just won the election. Votes just came in. He took his Pennsylvania, won the election. I know, reporting to you live from London. And that's been us. That's been us.
Yes. Thank you for listening to the Gift of the Gab. I am Tia.
Oh, you got your name right this this week. And I am Ben.
And
we are the Gift of the Gab, or which you already said. We are BT Smalltalk on all social media. Like, review, comment. Tell us what you think of the election. Tell us who you think is going to win. Wink, wink. We already know who's going to win. And yeah, tell us what you think of Trump's shenanigans. I'd like to hear. And review, comment, do all those things. Ciao.